Welcome back to the Creating Stability with Rhythms podcast, where we explore how to use rhythms to create balance, focus, and purpose in your daily routine. Today, we will be diving deeper into the 5 Capitals framework from the book Economics by Mike Breen. By the way, please let us know, what have you done from last episode? What have you done? Which rhythms have you started to implement? Okay? So, this 5 Capitals framework is a powerful tool for achieving stability in all areas of your life. And we'll be diving into what it is and how it works. This framework is an essential tool for achieving sustainability in all areas of your life, including finances, relationships, and personal wellness. Okay? Even spiritually. Okay? By understanding the 5 capitals, we can identify areas where we may have some lack and we need to take action and make some changes to create stability. You know, when you have instability in your finances, it means that there's another area that is also being affected. Or if you're unstable in your family, then it can also affect your health, your physical health. All right, let's get into it. Understanding the 5 capitals framework. So the 5 capitals framework identifies 5 key areas that contribute to our overall well-being and sustainability. And these 5 areas are financial capital, physical capital, intellectual capital, relational capital, and spiritual capital. Now, most people only know capital as financial capital. Why? Because they know how it is measured. But the other capitals, people kind of take them for granted because we don't really know how it is measured. But today I'm going to tell you how these capitals are measured. So financial capital, for starters, is measured in cents and shillings for those who are in Uganda, or in dimes and dollars for those who use dollars, or in pennies and pounds and something. Okay? It's measured in that format. Physical capital, on the other hand, is measured in terms of energy and time. How much energy do you have? How much time do you have? Intellectual capital is measured in terms of ideas and concepts. How many ideas and concepts can you come up with if you are given a problem to deal with? Relational capital, on the other hand, is measured in terms of friends and family. How many friends and family do you have good quality relationships therein? And then spiritual capital is measured in wisdom and power. We shall go in depth on each of these capitals in the coming episodes. Today, I just wanted to go over them so that you can have an understanding of what they are. Okay? So, financial capital refers to the resources we have to meet our financial needs. That is like in the simplest form, simplest way to define it, okay? Then physical capital refers to the tangible assets we have, such as our health, properties, and possessions. But then it's more of those possessions give you kind of time, yeah? Then intellectual capital refers to our knowledge, skills, and education. Then relational capital refers to the quality of our relationships with others. That is friends and family. I've already said that. And then spiritual capital refers to our sense of purpose, meaning, and connection to something greater than ourselves. So understanding these 5 capitals is essential to achieve overall stability in our lives. For you to have overall stability in your life, you have to have an understanding of all those capitals. By accessing each of these areas, we can identify where we may be lacking and taking action steps to improve. Okay? So, let's look at some practical application of the 5 capitals framework. Now that we understand what these 5 capitals are, let us discuss how we can apply it in our daily lives. One practical way to do this is to create a personal inventory of each capital. Start by assessing each capital and assigning a score from 1 to 10, on a score of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest. This will help you identify where you may be lacking and where you can focus your efforts to improve. For example, if you score a low in financial capital, you may need to focus on developing a budget increasing your income. However, in the book or economics, they say that for you to grow in one capital, you have to invest the other 4. So if you want to grow in financial capital, you have to invest the other 4, not actually financial capital. And I tend to think that is very true. If you want to grow your financial capital, you need to look for relationships that are doing well financially and start having conversations with them. That way, they can help you grow your financial capital. Or if you have energy and time, you use your energy and time to make money. Okay? So you use one of these capitals to grow the other. So I'm just giving you just a small framework. So if you score low in relational capital, you may need to focus on building stronger relationships with your family and friends and colleagues. And one of the ways to actually build strong relationships is by getting some money and giving those people. So you're using financial capital to grow your relational capital. Do you get what I mean? So you use the other 4 to grow the one. If you're struggling in one of the capitals, use the other 4 to grow in one. Let me give one last example. For example, spiritual capital. If you're not doing very well in your spiritual capital, wisdom and power is lacking. Look for friends who are great with spiritual capital and start hanging out with them. Or get some money and start giving to the church. You get what I mean? That's how you grow in your spiritual capital. You use the other 4 to grow the others. Okay? All right. So today, that's it for today. Before I go, I would like to talk about the sponsors. Our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, Crystal Clear Studios. These guys are awesome. This is where we are recording this podcast from. If you're interested in recording a podcast, Crystal Clear Studios is a place for you. Okay? And Studio Digital and Miziki Entertainment. Yeah. All right. In today's episode, we discussed the 5 capitals framework from the book of economics and how we can use it to achieve great stability in our lives. We hope this information has been helpful to you. And if it has been helpful, I'm going to ask that you can go ahead and like, subscribe, share with someone, and make sure that you tune in next time so that we can talk about financial capital in depth. We're going to be talking about financial capital and how you can grow your financial capital. By the way, these capitals, financial capital is the lowest. Spiritual capital is the highest. The way I mentioned them, that is the hierarchy in which they move. So if you don't remember how I mentioned them, just rewind and go back and try and find where I mentioned them. Then you'll know what the hierarchy is. So we're going to start with the lowest and just go them one by one until when we get to the highest, which is spiritual capital. All right. God bless you. My name is Walter Wandera. Have a good one.